Hi, my name is Julia, and I'm with Julia Sue's Stamping. I'm so excited that you came here today. Thank you for being willing to hang out with me for a few minutes. I really appreciate it. If this is your first time here, then welcome. And if you've been here before, hey, welcome back. It's wonderful to hang out with you again. I'm passionate about stamping, coloring, paper crafts, making cards. Most of all, I'm passionate about sharing the fun of doing all of that with you. Today's card is going to be actually 4 cards. I'm doing 4 cards because I'm doing a one-sheet wonder. It's a small 6x6 piece of designer series paper. That's pattern paper, but Stampin' Up! Calls it designer series paper, also known as DSP. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so everything I use is Stampin' Up! I live in Northeast Ohio, and I think we should get started. How about you? As you can see on my work surface, once that camera gets focused, I have my paper trimmer, and here is my 6x6 piece of DSP. It is from the Bright and Beautiful package of designer series paper, and I'm going to show you how to cut it, and I will also have everything up on my blog so that you can get the details there. And so you don't have to worry about writing everything down here. It'll be up on my blog. So the first thing I'm going to do, and it really, for this pattern and what I'm doing, it doesn't matter how I cut it. I'm going to cut a 2-inch piece off of one of the sides. Oop, that is the scoring blade. So I'm going to use the cutting blade there. And now I'm going to make that 5.5 inches in length. This little piece here is an extra. You can save it if you like to for another project or something else. That's completely up to you. And now we're going to use all the rest of this though. This is now a 4-inch piece because I cut 2 inches off. I'm going to cut 2 inches off of the side as well. So now this is, if I can lift it up, this is 2x4. This is the 2x5.5, and this is 4x4. I'm going to take this 4x4 piece and I'm going to cut it in half. So I'm going to place the 2 points right on the trimmer where it has the cutting line, and then put the arm down and cut it. So now I have 2 pieces that used to be 4x4 and they're now diagonally cut. All done with the paper trimmer. Setting that aside, I'm going to set it down here on the floor so it's completely out of the way. And those are the pieces that we need for our 4 cards. I'm going to bring in all the other pieces now. These are all for the inside of the card, so I'm going to set that aside. And I have used Blackberry Bliss with some basic white. We also have some Berry Burst in there, some lemon lime, no, that's wrong, lemon lolly with the basic white, and fresh freesia. So we'll go ahead then and get these cards. I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to make these 4 cards when you use a template of a one-sheet wonder. It's so easy. This has been cut to be the usual size of a card, and then this basic white has been cut to be, I believe it's 4 inches by 5.25, and I'm looking for my tape runner so I can adhere that to the front. So we'll get that on real quickly and adhere that to the front of the card. And then I'm going to take one of these. I think I'll use this piece here, or should I use this piece here? I'm not sure which I should do. I think I'll do this right here. So that's the beauty of these designer series papers. They are 2-sided, and so you can just kind of decide what side you'd like to use. And if you like to use the glue, you can use the glue. I tend to be a tape ruler person, so I've got the tape ruler. I can see a little bit of tape sticking out on the ends here, so I'm going to tuck it under And try it again here really quickly. Lift that onto. Perfect. All right, isn't that nice? And then I'm going to do the inside. I think with this one I will do a piece of the fresh freesia and the basic white. All of the inside pieces have been cut to be, let's see if I can remember, 5 1/8 inch by 4 7/8 inches for the surrounding piece. When I do a decorative inside with like a surrounding piece, then I don't stamp usually. Sometimes I do, but usually I don't stamp on the inside because I think it looks pretty enough with the couple of different cardstocks on the inside. Then I want to have somewhere for the message to be written to our friend to whom we're sending the card. And doesn't that look pretty all framed in there? So that's card 1. We'll do the sentiment and everything in a minute. And now I've got card 2. So I have basically the same thing. It is the Blackberry Bliss again, only this time I've got a piece of berry burst that's been cut that exact same size as the basic white was before. And I'm going to adhere it to the front using the tape ruler. There we go. And I put this piece on this time, and I could put it on this side to make it look kind of different and vibrant. That might be fun for like a happy birthday type of card. So we'll see how that will go. And sometimes it's nice not to put any kind of sentiment on until you're ready to send the card. Literally send the card, because you just don't know what you're going to end up using it for. And laying that down. Very good. So that is the second front, and this time I think I'll use one of the lemon lolly with the white inside to be nice and bright, kind of like the outside is of this card. And here is the white to go on top of that lemon lolly. So that's kind of fun. Nice bright yellow in there surrounding that. All right, 2 cards done, except for the sentiment, right? All right, so now I've got a piece of the thick white cardstock, and this time I had cut it to be the 11 by 4 1/4, so it's going to be a little bit of a different shape. And I've got the lemon lolly here. I think that will surround this piece, so I think that would be really nice to have it look fun like that. So that's what we'll do. Go ahead and put that on. Adhere it to this lemon lolly piece, and like I said, all the details of measurements will be listed on my blog, which is juliasuesstamping.com. And then I'm going to lay it down here, and it looks like it's over a little bit. Can you see how it's over just a little bit? I'll just trim that off with my scissors, and that'll be okay. So, all right, lay that on. And put it onto the base. Take my paper snips, and I'm going to cut that little bit right off. Okay, that was a very small sliver to cut off. Excellent. All right, so and then the inside of this one, I think I will do this fresh freesia piece instead of the, well, you know, maybe I should make the inside match the outside. Let's do that. I'll take this other piece of the lemon lolly and put it inside so that it all kind of coordinates and goes together. Putting that in. Now the piece of basic white on top. All right, third card. So this could be like a landscape card, or it could be portrait style, whichever. The last piece of the designer series paper. I have the fresh freesia here, and I think I will just surround it with that. That looks really pretty. Putting some adhesive onto it and surrounding that piece of designer series paper, folding this. Okay, I think that would go well. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do with that one. Laying it down. And then for the inside. So when you have an easy template that you can follow, it is so easy to get a whole bunch of cards out quickly and easily so that you can share the love of your craft with someone else and let them have a brighter day, because it's so much nicer to get a card in the mail than a bill or something like that. What I'm going to use is the Hope You Know stamp set. I haven't used this very much, and I thought I have really got to get this out and use it. So that's what I'm going to do. Clean up my space a tiny bit, and I have the Blackberry Bliss ink that I opened up here, and I'm going to go ahead and use that. I think with this card, I will make this one a sympathy card. I think that would look really pretty as a sympathy card. And I have cut a little piece of scrap basic white, and then I've got some of the Blackberry Bliss and the Berry Burst. I wasn't sure which one I would want to have frame, because I didn't know what would be on the outside or what would be on the inside here, and so I cut several so I would have choices. So I think I actually really like how that looks. So I'm going to ink this up and then stamp it onto my scrap piece of basic white. Okay, that turned out very nicely. I'll go ahead and layer it now. Layer this piece onto the Blackberry Bliss, and then the basic white on top of that. They're all just an 1/8 inch bigger than one another, nicely framed. And then using the dimensionals, I'm going to put them onto the back. Since it's just a little bigger, I'm going to put one in the center as well. Taking the paper backing off of the dimensionals. So you lift up the sentiment so nicely. Perfect. All right, and the inside. Great. Okay, so that's card one as absolutely complete. Now this one. I think this would make a fun birthday card or something. You are the sunshine that brightens so many of my days. I think we'll use that. So ink that up and stamp it onto this piece. Well, that's pretty darn crooked, isn't it? Okay. I think it's a good thing it has two sides. Let's try that again. Oh, that's better. Yay. Okay, I'll go ahead then and put that onto the framing piece. Now I'll lift that up with some dimensionals as well. So that can go onto the front of the card. All right. Card number 2, almost absolutely completely done. I have this Thinking of You Today card, and I think that it would be great to put it on this one. I also used the Everyday Details die here for the sentiment, and then I cut a little piece of the berry burst to surround it. So we will go ahead and stamp this thinking of you today in the Blackberry Bliss onto the piece of sentiment that we have here. And now I'll go ahead and put some adhesive on there onto the framing piece, a few dimensionals on the back. Let's see, I think I'll make this one like this. Okay, I like that. That one's done. And last one, oh, I wanted to stamp on the inside too. It has the thinking of you today and the day after that and the day after that and the day after that and so on. So I thought that would be fun to stamp on the inside. One of the cool things about this stamp set is that it has stamps that go on the inside as well. Perfect. So that'll be fun to give to somebody. And then this card here has, I'm going to do the just saying thank you doesn't seem like enough. So we will stamp this onto a piece of the scrap that I had. Nice. That turned out perfectly. Now I'm going to go ahead and close this really quickly so I don't get any ink on myself, although I just got some on my pinky anyhow. All right, now I'm gonna adhesive on the back and place it on this little piece of fresh freesia, some dimensionals, just to lift it up and give it some dimension on the card. Place it over to the side. Okay. For a finishing touch, I have a couple of different types of embellishments I thought would be fun to put on, and my Take Your Pick tool. I think that we can do some of these iridescent pearls. I got this putty out a little bit so it would have more, and sometimes it just keeps on coming after you get that out. So just put a few of these pearls on here. Nice. And next, I'm going to clear this out of the way. For the thinking of you today, I think I'll also do some of these iridescent pearls. And I think I'll put more of them on this time. I'm going to do, oops, came off. Get it back on there. There you go. And one more makes 5. Oh, let's see, where should it go? I think right there is good. Okay. So you can see you'd be able to put lots of pretty ribbons on, or some baker's twine, things like that would be a lot of fun with this as well. This is the Neutrals adhesive backed sequins. And lastly, this, I'm going to put some of the sequins on this card too. And there. Okay. Very nice. So I'd like to show you some other cards that I made with this exact same template to show you how easy it is to do these. And you can really get some different looks with some just different papers. I have, as I said, this is the Bright and Beautiful. I made these 4 cards really quickly with the Bright and Beautiful and the Hope You Know stamp set. So that's those. And then I also made these 4, the exact same template. I had this already in the stamp set. And the Friends for Life, because it has matching dies. I always put a D on if it has matching dies. And then when I haven't used the die yet that I cut out for a different project, I put it in the case so I don't lose it. And that's where I had this little heart. So that was pretty cool. And then I also had this little cutout there. So used both of those in that. So the happy birthday and thinking of you. Also inside of each of these, I did the exact same curry color, crushed curry color, and the white. So that was with the stamp set Friends for Life. Some fun birthday cards, some thank you cards, some thinking of you. So that is the exact same template. And then the last grouping that I made was using the Heartfelt Hexagon stamp set. It has a matching punch, a punch that coordinates. So I used the punch. And this is the, I believe it is a Thoughtful Journey designer series paper. But I thought this was so pretty and a lot of fun to make all these different cards with the exact same template using designer series paper. A little stamping there because it's on basic white, so I didn't put anything on the inside of this one. But I stamped on the insides. So yeah, how about that? Exact same template, all these different cards real quickly. So much fun, so versatile, always all look different, very different, in no time at all. How cool is that? Yeah. Again, thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit today. I hope that you will please give the video a thumbs up, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. If you already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, yay! And if you don't and decide to use me, thank you. I appreciate your support more than I could ever tell you. So I hope you have a fabulous day and that you have an opportunity to get inky today. All right. Bye-bye.